One of the biggest misbeliefs I keep encountering, not only in coaching but also with people I talk to, is the idea that intensity equals power. That if you are active, energized, always productive, always doing something, that means that you're grounded, that you're in control, that you're powerful. But if you start doing less, or that you start choosing stillness, or that this intensity drops, there's this emptiness that will start to show up. And people usually conclude that something is wrong with them, that they can't handle stillness, that they can't handle calm, that they need to be always in movement, and that they need to be doing something to feel alive. But the truth is, and this is very important, it's not calm that makes you feel empty. It's the fear of losing power and the fear of vulnerability. And underneath that, it's a deep fear of losing control. What's actually happening here is a very specific nervous system loop. And once you see it, things start to make sense. This specific loop is what I call the anger loop, not because it's always filled with or built with anger, but because anger is one of the most charged emotions in the nervous system. It creates energy, movement, and a sense of power, which is why the body reaches for it. And the loop goes like this. Calm appears, then the body experiences stress, then it tries to regain control, then that itself creates anxiety, then emptiness shows up, and the loop restarts. So basically, it's calm, stress, control, anxiety, emptiness, loop. And most people stop at that emptiness. They would say, see, calm doesn't work for me, or stillness doesn't work for me. But emptiness is not the cause. Emptiness is the signal. What's really underneath that emptiness is a belief, a very old, very deep belief that says, if I stay still, I will be exposed. If I'm exposed, I'm vulnerable. If I'm vulnerable, I lose control. And if I lose control, I'm in danger. So we can see that stillness doesn't feel neutral. Calm doesn't feel safe. It feels like exposure. And in that case, intensity becomes the way the body avoids that exposure. This is why intensity feels like power. Not because it is power, but because it protects you from the real fear, which is a fear of vulnerability, a fear of losing control. That intensity do even more. It keeps you in movement. It keeps you productive. It keeps things moving. It keeps this armor that you created around yourself to protect yourself. It keeps you from feeling what calm would expose. So when intensity drops or it disappears, the body panics. Most people would interpret that panic as, I can't handle the calm. I can't stay still. Maybe I need more discipline, or maybe I need to push harder. But this is not the root of it. The root is not an intolerance to stillness. It's a fear of vulnerability, fear of losing power, and fear of losing control. And this is the most important part, because that loop, that reaction, gives us a lot of information to actually break the pattern. If you keep believing that intensity is power, you will always feel empty when intensity disappears. You will be stuck in this cycle of having to chase intensity, to chase productivity, to chase movement, to always be in movement, to chase chaos and stimulation. The movement in itself is not actually the issue. The issue is you're chasing this movement, this productivity, not because you're ambitious, but because your nervous system doesn't feel safe without control. So now, what can we do about it? What can you do about it? The answer here is not force yourself to be calm or force stillness. It's not force stillness. It's not meditate harder. And it's not just relax. Because these just create more violence, more inner violence. It doesn't create safety. What we want here is to create this inner sense of safety and trust, so that your nervous system actually feels safe to sit in silence, to sit in stillness, and to sit in calm. So the first thing you can do is very subtle, but it's very powerful. It's to start sitting with stillness in really small dose. Don't start with 30 minutes or an hour. Just a few minutes is all it takes. And you can go slowly and start increasing if you feel comfortable. During that time, it's important to keep in mind to not force that stillness. You don't have to force anything. You just have to notice and observe what shows up in the body. You can notice the tension, the restlessness, the urge to move, the urge to be doing something. And instead of reacting to it, you start breathing into it. It's really important to let the sensation exist without judging it or trying to understand it or rejecting it. That alone will start to break the loop. The second thing is to start bringing safety. You can literally talk to your nervous system. It might sound simple, but it works. You can start saying to yourself, I am safe. There is no danger right now. You can start saying this to yourself, talking to yourself. I am safe. There is no danger right now. I am allowed to be still. Here, you're not convincing your mind. You're retraining your body. And the third one, which might be the most important one, is to start questioning that belief. This belief that power equals intensity, or that intensity is power. It's important to see and to recognize that that belief is not you. You were not born with it. It was created through environment, pressure, expectation, survival, and repetition. The good news for you is that if it was created, it can be dismantled. You can start asking and questioning just like an inquiry. When did I start believing that power meant control? Or when did I start believing that intensity meant power? Where did I learn that vulnerability was dangerous, or that I wouldn't be safe if I was vulnerable? Who might have modeled that belief for me, that intensity equals power, and that vulnerability is weakness, or vulnerability is losing control, losing power? And questioning the truth of that belief. Is that belief actually true, or just familiar? And you will see that every time you question your belief, it will start to weaken its grip. You don't dismantle that pattern by fighting it, but by outgrowing it. Okay, now here's the reframe that I will leave for you. Authority is not found in control. Authority is found in vulnerability. Real power is the ability to stay present without needing to dominate, control, or escape. And most of all, vulnerability is not weakness, it's regulation. Finally, the last thing is to remember to be patient with yourself. Be kind with yourself. These patterns, or patterns in general, don't form overnight. It was built through many years, so it will take some time to dismantle. And that's why you need to be patient with yourself. It will not dissolve overnight, so don't expect it to be fixed, or that it will just disappear overnight. But you will see that when it shifts, it's really life-changing, and you will start to noticing around you. You will see that you will stop trying to chase power or control, and you will start to embody it. So yeah, I really hope it helped you, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.